So as you can see, Orion's the first setup. And then we have all this while me and Pa are discussing, worried, like, what do we do? Good morning, everyone. Sorry for walking this weird backwards way. There we go. So, I don't have much to explain, but we have our first, how do you call this? Virtual hospital tour.
Yes. So, typically, when you have a child, you have to do a hospital tour. So you get to see all the facilities, amenities that the hospitals will offer to you when you are giving birth, recovering from a C-section, so on and so forth. So you get to see like the labor and delivery rooms, the recovery rooms, you know, the cool things they have like the squat bars, the birthing balls.
Ask specific questions of their procedures, COVID.
Exactly. Seeing how many rooms they have, how many NICU rooms they have, their procedures or their protocols of when mom is recovering, does the baby room in the same room as the mom, which is, you know, very important. So typically you do all of that in person, but thanks to Rona, you can no longer do them in person, so everything is going to be virtual. So we have signed up for one of the major hospital systems, virtual Zoom meeting tour thing. And it is with somebody live, and they show pictures of all the amenities, all the rooms, all that great fun stuff. And then we can ask some questions, so let's see.
I really wanted to do this in person. We couldn't. I'm a visual person. When I say visual, I need to be there, seeing everything. So this kind of setup, like, it kind of like gives me anxiety. I'm like, oh my god, this is not good enough. But we gotta make do with what we have, and we're already pregnant, so we're making it happen. So we're actually gonna do 2 hospital tours. One for this hospital, and then another one for another hospital that are pretty close to each other, but they're like run by different hospital systems. So we're still deciding, but this is really scary, complicated. Let me show you guys our setup. So as you can see, Orion's the first setup. And then we have all this while me and Pa are discussing, worried, like, what do we do? We have a bunch of questions already laid out, written, and so guys, we are gonna get started. We have 5 minutes left before entering this Zoom meeting, and we'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you if it's worth it, because another issue I had is that they wanted to do parenting classes online as well. Paul has never changed a diaper.
Nope.
I was able to be raised by a bunch of nieces and nephews who are super young. So I've changed so many diapers, such as my niece from New Jersey. Hi, baby. She watched the vlog, so I changed her diapers. And then I also dropped her too, but you know, don't worry about that. So, but for me, like I said, I'm a very visual person, hands-on, and I definitely feel like you can't change a diaper via online. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, virtual is good for certain things, but for other things, in person is going to be the best. One hospital system does not offer in-person ones, but the other one, it seems like they still do.
Yeah.
Obviously, with COVID restrictions, like not that many people, everybody social distance, masks, so on and so forth. So let's see what happens.
We're gonna get started. Done with our virtual hospital tour. I won't lie, I do feel a little bit better. A little bit.
Back it up. So, this hospital system, we will not name it, but they are a very excellent hospital system in Florida, and when you look up tours online, every campus that they have like a quick little 1 minute, 90-second video showing some of the amenities of the mom and baby center, okay? Those videos do not do it justice. They're like 2-3 years old. They do not have good angles, good photos, and like, I'm not gonna lie, when Janice showed me this, I was like, ooh! Like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. There's like a brand new building for the women and children, and it still looks like crap. You know, it looks old. And they do not offer much information online, but they kind of say, take the tour, take the tour, take the tour. So we did the virtual tour. The photos that she showed, which are the newer ones, it definitely helped. It looks a lot more advanced in those videos.
I do have a couple concerns, such as security. The security is not up to par. Because, guys, I'm gonna be honest, my baby is gonna be so cute, someone's gonna want to steal it, so I need to take the extra precautions.
Their security is they have like a security guard at the entrance.
Yes.
And, they just, make sure you're
They just check you, like, they're just a receptionist in a sense. They just check you in. With the other with the other hospital, we're gonna look into all that, but we already saw their security was impeccable. Like, everything, as if you're going through Disney. I mean, you have to go through x-rays, all that, and that makes me feel a little bit better.
Their security is for every single person entering the hospital. This one, and some of you may know what hospital systems these are. One is every single person going into the hospital. One is just for the women and children's area. So it's but don't get me wrong, like, the babies have those little bands on their ankles that they cannot be removed. They can't go to a door. They can't go to they can't go to any exit. They can't go
leave
to
the
even
floor.
an elevator.
They can't leave the floor.
Yeah, and the alarm will start going off in the entire hospital, and the entire hospital goes into lockdown mode, and the sheriffs have to come and find who's the baby kidnapper.
Which, that would be nerve-wracking. We're still thinking, we're still looking into things. I do feel a little bit better, so.
Now, one thing that I did like, that they said their number one priority is to keep baby and mother together at all times.
I love that.
The only time they will take the baby away is if the baby has to be taken to, like, the NICU or something like that, where, like, it's a medical emergency, the baby has to be taken away for treatment or whatever. But they're like, the number one thing, we want to make sure mom and baby are together all the time. Like, when we transfer you from one room to the other, the nurse will be pushing the little crib right next to you, showing you babies right here.
Like,
so,
I'm excited, guys, for all this. Just because I'm gonna look at this child and be like, I created you. How? That's why women are superior. We are the superior beings.
honestly, yeah.
We create life. What do men do?
Destroy it and take it away. That got political real quick.
Political, I thought dark more than anything.
As well.
Anyway, we still have a lot to think about, There's so much on this journey, and guys, we will talk to you about it. I am going to add some of those questions that we did ask in this hospital tour in the description box. So if you guys want to know anything of that, or maybe, get educated, or you're on your way to a child, this could be an idea for you. These are great questions to ask. When we were asking them,
you could tell some people were not prepared. Like, me and Janice, we do research. We know what questions we have to ask very specifically. And a lot of the questions were answered just by the lady explaining things, but there were still a couple that were not. And some of these other people asked questions like, hey, what's the visiting policy? She literally went over the visiting policy like 3 times in the video.
Can my husband eat food there too for free? Well, our questions are just like umbilical cord cutting, timing, things like that.
Cord banking companies, how do they integrate? How do they work together? What was the other one? Like, the birthing plan, does it have to be signed by an OB, a pediatrician? What has to happen?
You have to have your pediatrician before leaving. I mean, these were our questions.
And people were like, food!
And you could tell, the lady who was doing the tour, she was like, these are intense questions, so here's an email so you can ask them. Because I guess they were just, the tour is mainly for, simple questions, nothing in depth. Our questions, since we do know we have some health issues, we want to make sure I will, be alive in the end. Like,
I'll be right back.
So I want to make sure we stay on top. We are doing A-okay, and my health is considered in the end. I mean, there is a lot of planning that goes into this, and I'm excited to take this journey. Imagine, guys, me and Paul were trying for about 9 months. Nothing happened. We did get a mini procedure to help us get pregnant, and we are here. Alright, guys, I think this is where we end it. Do not worry, there's so much more information coming at you guys. I know we just announced we're pregnant, so this may be like a shocker to you. You're like, what? Do not worry, there's going to be a vlog coming out soon telling you all the not so fun things we have gone through and the hurdles to get where we're at. So, guys, this is where we end it. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Like, Orion's just, he literally came like, let's do this. So guys, for now, adieu and goodbye.